pickup was unbelievable.
And the smash is unbelievable because he missed it.
No. Definitely missed it. Back to Juice.
Look at this. Textbook half volley. Between the legs, but have to put that out of his leg rapidly. Another impressive response. Big serve, 135 miles an hour. Big forehand. Alvarez guessed correctly. Couldn't make Sinner hit a volley.
What a way to recover from missing what was a basic overhead. Fascinating, that first serve to the forehand on that last point at Juice, it was the first time that he's gone down the tee in this set. He backs it up with his biggest forehand of the tournament at 104 miles per hour.
Such impressive ball striking. Sinner forehand probably doesn't need to be so close to the line. If it's a couple of feet inside the line, it will still be a winner. Painting the lines. 2 hours and 4 minutes of this men's singles final played. 6:24 in the evening. Sunset just after 9 o'clock. I wonder as we look out over Southfield's grid and northeast towards London, I wonder if we could, because of the 4 p.m. start, have the roof go over a little bit later on. It's shaping up like it could be a long match, Tim. Yeah, I think if it were to go 5, there's definitely that option. What was the thinking behind the 4 p.m. start? I like it. Yeah, I think, we first and foremost like the tournaments to finish with the Saturday and Sunday with the showpiece matches, which is the singles. Also looking at the television audience.
Right.
Later in the day is certainly when the audience figures are increased, and also across the pond in America. But it's all shaping up nicely here. took extra good care on this overhead, having missed an easy one in his previous service game. Corner to corner. Alvarez still running them down. Nodding. Lord Carlos Alvarez nodding to his coach. Looking at it, but hearing it.
And the Spaniard had a forehand, he could have built it there.
And he's paid the price by playing the drop shot.
Yeah, it's got Sinner moving backwards here.
He could have played any shot he wanted. But the execution on the drop shot was poor. Disappointing the king. Not a good thing.
And this time the drop shot far along. Pays off. Like a puppet on a string, mum's pleased.
That's even more important to please her than the king. Now 1-2, drop shot lob.
A bird that's made an appearance. You only have to collect the balls. There it goes.
Alvarez standing in.
Oh, takes that for a second serve. 117 out wide, outside edge of the line. Well, he's been serving well throughout this set, but a match rather, 68% an average for today. It's much higher than whenever he's played Carlos before. He's averaged 63 and a half in all of his other matches. This game it's dropped.
Gutsy second serve.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's superb.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Delivering at the most important moments.
30 all. Second serve ace. Followed by another ace. Back to you, Carlos.
And that's what these two have the ability to do in these matches. They just seem to rise with the best quality tennis you could ever dream of.
Yeah. Bringing out the best in each other now. 4 all. Third set.
Just wonder if the drop shot might be his undoing here today. Sinner, he knows that that's a favourite of his, and his movement has just been exceptional. He's onto it very quickly. Timely first serve from Alvarez. His first serve percentage in this set is 42. That is asking for trouble.
World number one is launching his attack here.
Followed by a counter-attack. He's not the tallest, but he's getting up after that first serve, 137 miles an hour out wide.
That's a return of serve. Phenomenal backhand down the line. And then the feet to get into position for his forehand.
Well, it was a change of tactic too on that return. He's been taking the majority through the centre or maybe off, and he went hard down through the backhand corner.
Thumbs up from Sinner to Alvarez, having broken his serve. You don't get first serves in, Tim. This is what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Sinner's really taken advantage of those second serves. Another brilliant return. He got the short forehand and just ripped it again into the forehand corner of Alcaraz to put him on his backside and give him the break to be serving for a 2-1 lead.
Our first Wimbledon final as a direct repeat of a French final since 2008. We remember that one. Federer and Nadal. I mean, too early to build a rivalry quite to the stature and position in the game as Federer and Nadal. But watching these two and the patterns which develop, nobody else can make Alcaraz as confused as this. Been testing, he's been upset for a while now, and he cannot have it all his own way against Sinner ever. And now he has to break, or it's 2-1.
Sinner's turn to deal with that awkward sun. Sinner's found the outside edge with some important shots in this third set. Ace, 7th of the set and 7th of the match. Playing talk transition game, but also with Darren Kettle, the ability and confidence to come forward on key points, and he does it there. Yeah, Sinner is a set away from redemption.
After what must have been devastating at the French Open, and this is building into a final that we had no right to expect to see. They're playing quickly, they're playing beautifully at times, and Sinner, there is a steel to his game.
And there's a sting in the serve, and as we were talking towards the end of that, the first serve percentage today is the highest it's ever been against Carlos, and because of that he's getting the ability to dictate most of the points. He's getting shorter returns, which is allowing him to stop Alvarez from being able to use all of the repertoire that he has.
Yeah, and talking about first serve percentage, 43% from Carlos Alvarez. That is going to put yourself in a lot of bother, especially against a returner like Yannick Sinner, who has really stepped in and taken those opportunities.
There's not too many sets where Alcaraz will only hit 9 winners as well. He is being repulsed, really, and Sinner getting on top in the rallies early. So we're set now. He sort of eased his way into the tournament, Sinner. A couple of the guys, Vukic and Martinez, they weren't either not in great nick or slightly injured. Then there was the Dimitrov, he was 2 sets down and got injured. Here he is.
It's not really relevant to the outcome of the match, but it's quite refreshing to see players not go off the court at the end of a set.
That is a very keen observation. It is true.
And they didn't go off the court, did they, at Roland Garros?
No.
For 5 hours and 29 minutes.
They're checking on each other's health when they fall over. It's all just very nice.
It's a gentleman's singles.
4 sets.
Only 2 hours 20 played, so a nice pace. What have we got left? 1 or 2 sets?
15.
Well, so we know what Alcaraz needs to do. The first serve percentage must get higher, so to do that probably needs to take a little bit of pace off, be sure he can build some rhythm and then increase that pace as the set goes along. Maybe for a little while put that shot away because it hasn't helped.
But it's a sign of a lack of concentration, isn't it? When people go to the well too often. Trying to shorten the rally, not earn it. Now you're at that point.
And that is going back to basics. Hitting with controlled aggression from the back of the court. Moving Sinner side to side.
She looked a little terrified of the Alcaraz roar.
Got
Well,
a few first serves in there.
Yeah, and a much better service game and an energy lift from Alcaraz. What he needs here on the Sinner return games, though, is to find a way to get more depth on his return, particularly if he gets a chance on a second serve, because he's hitting it around the service line more often than he would like. In the back third of the court, he's only getting it into that area 17%, and that's allowing Sinner to really get that first strike, push him on the back foot. Can he make the change? He's going to have to.
Caught Juan Carlos Ferreira.
Former French champion, expecting to have good hands. That's unusual.
There's an example, even that return there, he had time on that ball, but it landed on the service line. It didn't pressure Sinner at all. That ball's
Not
got to
even
be,
the pace.
no, because it's too short. It just comes onto the racket. It's got to be within maybe 3 to 4 feet of the baseline.
Gotcha.
Love.
This dialogue between Alcaraz and his box is not a good sign for the Spanish supporters. Frustrated with his own performance. Certainly frustrated by his opponent.
Please, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Still a little perplexed to Tim with the tactics of Alcaraz today. He must feel that if he takes pace off, that he's going to be attacked, because you worked the match with Dimitrov, who really opened up.
Dimitrov against Sinner, that's
Yes.
right. Really used the slice backhand well. Getting it to penetrate through the court, stay low, getting a more defensive reply from Sinner.
And you even look at the returning, and he hasn't used a chip return at all, just to change the pace and the look and the flight.
And you look at the body language right now. Alcaraz distracted, under pressure. depth on that forehand.
The rally balls off the two hands of Alcaraz. He's using that predominantly. He's only used the slice backhand defensively when he's been at full stretch.
He's able to get Alcaraz off balance more than others.
Yeah, what a
Depth
change of
superb.
direction.
And look at this one, absolutely perfectly placed. If there was a ball can there, he'd have hit it. That's phenomenal. Absolutely, he was never going to let that ball climb on him, and the accuracy once again. That is a sharp blow, 2-1.
And both those backhands you're expecting to go cross court. The first one at 30 all, Alcaraz was moving to his backhand side, but Sinner found the line. And again on the second serve, the normal return there is to go aggressively cross court, but he changed it up.
And that's a tactic that he would have taken out there on the court. That is absolutely what they would have talked about, and it's perfect execution.
Agree totally. That's this time in the match, this big point, we're going to do something that we haven't normally done because we know the tendencies. We know that he leans left, and we're going to go hard into that corner. And it's one thing to say that's what we're going to do. The other thing is to execute, and he has done that perfectly.
Wow. Well, the arena is set now for Alcaraz to rise to this challenge. He's 2-1 down and 2-1 break a serve. This would be the right arena to produce your very finest. Alcaraz is going to need it. Of course, he's never beaten, and we know that.
Love.
88-90 champion over Becker.
Clarity of thought and that ball striking. Every opportunity, Sinner getting onto the front foot.
Talking about clarity of tactics, also the technical ability to execute. We are seeing a masterclass from Jannik Sinner here. That return to get the break was just magnificent. And it's just such a pleasure to welcome Mrs. Jeannie Mutasami Ash here. And 50 years ago,
Her husband Arthur Ashe caused one of the all-time upsets, beating Jimmy Connors in the final, the 50th anniversary of that match. Also Arthur's daughter and brother here in this crowd. Fascinated to see whether Alcaraz can come back.
Just proved that those new balls travel a little bit faster. 139 miles an hour.
What a serve. 1-2-6. Second serve. He's absolutely livid to be losing this.
Yeah, the body language isn't super from Alvarez at this point. It's quite dejected. It's unusual to see him this way.
Very quick between points. His mileage per hour on first serves is going up by 1 each time he serves.
Carlos is perplexed. He's not sure what to do at this point because there's nothing really wrong with that point he played. But if it isn't absolutely perfect with pace on it, this volley, just have a look at the movement.
And look where he's playing the pass from.
Yeah.
But now this is really dangerous for the two-time defending champion. Playing against the last man to beat him here.
It's relentless from Sinner. He's up a break in this fourth set, but he wants another one. Another second serve to look at. Sinner that's come out on top in those longer rallies, but Alcaraz fighting it off.
Living dangerously. break there, and he was really in a lot of trouble, but just had enough of the basics in him.
Well, it looked early that it was mentally switching off, just going for big serves and trying to win points quickly, cheaply. Maybe getting through a tough game there is exactly what he needed to keep that fight, that spirit alive. I'm surprised how quiet his corner is too, his players' box. They're really a little dejected, all on their feet now as we take the break, but they haven't been vocal much at all.
We'll see what happens when their man gives them something really to applaud, because at the moment he seems really quite mixed of emotion on the court, and you can understand it. Sinner is like a rock that just refuses to go away. And, you know, after that French Open final, did anybody really think that Sinner could come here and produce this standard of performance? He may not have done for a few days, but he does now. He's 3 games away from becoming the first Italian man to win the men's singles title here. It's a long way.
Whoa!
The great Nicola Pietrangeli before him. Couple French Open titles.
Whoa!
Good early return on the backhand side. Alcaraz got the forehand that he wanted. That is a shot you do not expect him to miss.
His service accuracy has been extraordinary. Sets 1 and 2 was very good, the placement, but he's actually even fine-tuned it since then. You talk about putting a can in a corner of the service box. He hasn't missed one for a while. Little target practice when you're a junior.
Again, kicking into the body. And he's only lost 1 point whilst serving Sinner in this set. Mum.
Whoa! Whoa!
40.
Sinner's way.
Sinner leads the game to 2 full sets.
Shaking a head there from Juan Carlos Ferrero. His man is not happy out here.
Thank you. Players are ready to play. Thank you. Please. 15.
And with this lead, Sinner has become even more confident, more aggressive, more consistent from the back of the court. Alcaraz really struggling to come up with the answers.
Alvarez has to hope that Sinner thinks about the outcome here and just maybe tightens up a little. Doesn't look like it at this point though.
Didn't look like it in Paris either. 5 weeks ago, the worst or most difficult loss of his career. Alcaraz has been down 2-1 in all of their Grand Slam contests. This the 5th. He's won 3 of the previous 4.
Just no easy points for Alcaraz. Sinner is just making him work so hard. Sinner having a good long hard look at the baseline there.
I find it hard to imagine that Yannick Sinner isn't thinking a little bit about that match in a sense, because it's a very similar scoreline as they sit down to this break at 4-3. Just going back on my notes from that match, he served for it, couldn't get it. When he served it, love 40 at 5-4. So it has to be there.
There are great parallels there, of course. Getting over the winning line, trying to win Wimbledon, and you've got Alcaraz who's getting a little excited now. He's just eased off a little bit on the scowling and has allowed a smile to creep across his face as he's escaped another service game.
Time.
We're coming down to it now.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Love 15.
It's the first point this set that Sinner has lost after getting his first serve in.
And a few bites of the cherry there, Sinner.
It's happening a little, isn't it? So early on that ball. Just catches Fran, ends up in the side stand.
Feels like it's been a while since Alcaraz has had a break point.
Thank you.
And again, when under pressure, goes for the unexpected, the lower percentage play, the one that Alcaraz isn't used to seeing.
Did such a good job of getting the ball back into play with depth and just overhit the forehand. This is Sinner's ball striking at its best. He's the one that's stepping up, taking it on, crunching that backhand.
What a game. What a game to win.
Sinner leads 5 and wins 4 sets.
1540, second serve, out wide, 110 miles an hour. It's not going to be a lack of guts that gets Sinner across this line.
Thank you.
Might be him.
Love.
As frustrated as Alcaraz must be, he knows he's got to make Sinner serve one more time.
Extraordinary ball striking. I mean,
15-0.
if you are nervous, keep the racket head moving, and he cannot move it any faster, I promise you.
Was a 113 mile an hour forehand, his biggest of the tournament. Alcaraz at 114's hit one of the big ones, but goodness gracious me. 2 points from the title, Sinner now. Beautifully done. Well, he's asked a question, and now the question is whether or not Sinner can answer it, because here's a moment in this man's career. A 4th Grand Slam final in a row, the disappointment of France. Can he put it behind him and become Wimbledon champion? Something that he's probably thought about once or twice.
Well, now he has to go back to routine for this coming service game. What he has done so well today is just really get out after the first serve. Accuracy's been fantastic. He has gone bigger towards the end of this set off the ground. Does he maintain that?
and his nerve.
He's only lost 1 point.
Carlos.
He's only lost 1 point on his first serve in this set.
Silly serving to win.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Three points away.
15 shots in that rally. Hitting close to the line, you felt that Sinner was just not going to miss.
Please. Please, ladies and gentlemen. Love. Please.
Three championship points becomes 2 championship points.
Ladies and gentlemen, with respect to both players, please do not call out for 30 seconds minutes. Thank you.
Going through it. Takes airspace of Wimbledon history. What a wonderful match. Jackson ends the reign of Carlos Alvarez. A triumph at Wimbledon. French Open loss, and in a fourth Grand Slam final in a row, he shows the strength of his character. And now he makes the walk and will be guided to the player support box, and they've been through it too, right from when he took up this silly game. And that's really, really nice. Darren Cahill and the team, but they played their part from the moment when he left home at 13 and pursued this sport rather than skiing or football. He was destined to be a very fine player, but who's to say who will become a Grand Slam champion and who will not? Well, Mom looks a lot happier than she did at the French Open after 5.5 hours.
It's an incredible performance and it's a team effort. You can see what it means to everyone up there, and 35 days ago to go through that heartache of Roland Garros and then come back here in his next Grand Slam opportunity and take the title.
Well, it does show you how incredibly mentally strong he is, and there's his mum, and a hug for her. But the resilience he's shown this year, you know, he's gone through his battles on and off the court, but to come back from Paris and to make this statement shows how good he is and how good he is going to be for many years to come.
In many ways, this is a good thing for the rivalry, because Alvarez had won 5 straight matches against him. And now Sinner proves to himself after a break of nearly 2 years that he can beat Alvarez on the biggest stages.
A nice touch, Team Alcaraz standing to applaud Sinner back onto the court. I think they'd be the first to recognise that the best man won today.
For the best man with the best plan, who was able to execute it, and Yannick Sinner really shut down the strengths of Carlos Alcaraz today with his precision serving and power off the ground, the ability to take all the oxygen away from his opponents. He just does not let them breathe. It is a constant barrage that you face when you come up against him.